As the springtime freeze-thaw cycle revs up, public access ramps in Lakes Country are feeling the squeeze. Ramps on the west and northeast sides of Big Cormorant Lake are nearly unusable, and thousands of pounds of concrete have piled up and shoved on shore. But people who live in this area say it's a yearly thing, and anglers should not be worried. About 2 weeks before the fishing opener, officials go around and put the boat ramps and pads back in place. Now, neighbors in the area say damage to shorelines has so far been minimal. Good morning. We have some nonstop news to help you at the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Now, North Fargo laundromat owner got quite the surprise when he took a look at his surveillance video, and now he needs your help. The tape showed a man walking into the 24-hour laundromat yesterday, jumping behind the counter and stealing a set of keys and $3. The keys allowed the laundromat's owner to empty the washing machines of its quarters. The owner ended up getting his keys back from an anonymous tipster, but now he wants to find the guy.
I hope somebody out there in the public can find out, or at least give me a name, the Fargo police, a name, address. Hopefully the police find them before I do.
Now you can take another look at the burglar on our Valley News Live Facebook page. Contact Fargo Police if you have any information on the case. And we're coming up on 6:51. Time to get a look at weather and traffic on the ones. First with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. Today, stuck with some cloud cover once again, and in addition to that, chances for snow and freezing rain even in the southern valley today. We have a freezing rain advisory in effect until 9 for the James River Valley. The rest of us not under any advisory, but we are seeing some chances for some precipitation here this morning. Northern Valley, some snow moving along the international border. Grand Forks has seen some snow, and right along Highway 2 there, some snow showers extending down toward Monoman. And then a greater area of snow over toward Fargo, Moorhead, and stretching down into southeastern North Dakota. And on the warm side of this, the back side of this system, we're seeing some warm air punching in, and that's where that snow is switching over to some sleet in the purple here, or even some freezing rain around the Ellendale area. So this is the area to be concerned about for some slick roads this morning. And this is all traveling eastward, so other parts of the Southern Valley, especially right along the North Dakota-South Dakota state line there, that's where I would expect to see that chance for some ice until those temperatures start to rise today. We're right at 28 degrees in Oaks right now, 29 in Jamestown, it's 29 in Sisseton. Fargo's at 26 and 25 degrees in Grand Forks. To the east, we're looking at temperatures that are in the teens this morning. And our hourly planner showing cloud cover out there. Of course, we have some wet pavement after a brief snow shower moved through the FM Metro, and we have a chance for more snow off and on this morning as that continues to work its way through. Mostly cloudy skies, and again that chance for a little bit of freezing drizzle, but that may be a little bit farther south at this point. High temperatures today in the low 40s in Fargo. Across the region, we're looking at that snow hanging around this afternoon into northwest Minnesota. That may be where we get that 1 to 2 inches of snow possible over toward Bemidji and the Roseau areas. And then that's where it's going to be coldest too. Temperatures right around freezing or a little below. And then the farther south and west you go, the better bet we'll see for temperatures that are into the low to mid 40s for highs today. Next couple of days look to be in the 40s. Tomorrow even better with some sunshine making its way in. And for Sunday, 59 degrees. It looks like a fantastic weekend ahead. Let's check in now with Al.
Police, I'm eastbound on Interstate 94 this morning. Road service is damp, as you indicated. Boy, the wind has really come up all of a sudden, too. I hadn't noticed it before like this, but it's pretty stout. Traffic stout this morning as well. Westbound I-94 really pretty darn active at this hour. Eastbound I-94 fairly busy, too. Northbound Interstate 29, plenty going on there. Drive carefully today. Things are looking really good. Don't screw it up by getting busted for speeding or by getting involved in a traffic accident. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
A Minnesota teenager is fighting for his life after police say he was stabbed at a high school basketball championship game. It happened last night at East Ridge High School in Woodbury after the game between Tartan and North St. Paul. 2 people are in custody, and police are looking for another person who may have been involved. And a lawsuit filed by a teacher injured while breaking up a fight in a St. Paul high school lunchroom is moving ahead after lawyers for the plaintiff said the district has shown no interest in addressing his complaints. The lawsuit alleges that the school district has failed to provide teachers and support staff with a safe work environment. Jeffrey Ekblad says he suffered permanent injuries when he was repeatedly punched and choked while trying to break up a fight between students in December. And three North Dakota's GOP candidates for governor met up in Bismarck last night for their first debate before the upcoming Republican convention. Attorney General Wayne Stenjum has highlighted his experience as legislator and attorney general, including his time spent helping to regulate the oil industry. Entrepreneur Doug Burgum says he's running as a political outsider, and State Representative Rick Becker touted himself as the most conservative.
The taxpayers' dollars, growing, bloated state government, and that would have needed to change. My budget to start with would have been much smaller.
I'm running because we need to break up the good old boy network in Bismarck. Career politicians have gotten too cozy with every special interest looking for a handout, and they've handed us, the taxpayer, the bill.
We want to be strict, but we do not want to be vindictive. We don't need to be vindictive. We just want to correct improper behavior.
Republicans will endorse a candidate the first weekend in April. Stenjum and Becker both said they will abide by the decision at the convention. Burgum says he will run in the preliminary regardless of what happens next month. Well, some of Moorhead residents could be paying more, about $1,000 in special assessments, if the city moves forward on plans for a new quiet zone. The city is looking at putting them in along 20th Street and Southeast Main Avenue. The plans have an emphasis on eliminating train horn noise, but it can also be effective in reducing the potential for crashes and collisions between trains and vehicles. Moorhead officials say the quiet zone on 20th Street will cost almost $700,000 and over $1 million for Southeast Main, which makes funding the biggest issue.
We could use special assessments to pay for a portion of it. Another option would be to try to seek state funding to do that, or some combination.
The city of Moorhead hopes work can begin to improve the crossings later this year to establish the quiet zones in 2018. We've had a couple of scares with derailed oil trains in the valley and in the region, and now first responders are gathering to practice another containment procedure. Training is going on today at Camp Ripley, Minnesota. The scenario will be an oil leak that makes its way into a frozen waterway. Responders will work through ways to cut through the ice to determine spill, flow, and containment. And 'tis the season for potholes. They're starting to show up as we switch from winter to more spring-like weather. They emerge when temperatures are going from freezing to above freezing very quickly. And the Fargo Public Works Department is asking the public to report any potholes they see. We have a link on valleynewslive.com. You can look for it under the hot button to report yours. Well, North Dakota troopers are calling it one of the biggest drug busts. 34-year-old Francisco Torres is in jail after officers say they found him in possession of hundreds of thousands of dollars of meth during a traffic stop near Mapleton yesterday. He allegedly had 17 pounds of meth, which has a street value of $340,000. Torres was arrested on several drug charges. A former Grand Forks Central teacher was in and out of jail yesterday after turning himself in on a charge of having sexual contact with a student. James Whalen was booked into the Grand Forks County Jail yesterday morning, and he posted the $1,000 bond and was released. Whalen is facing 2 charges of corruption or solicitation of minors. His next court appearance is set for April. Well, it's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted, and police say 19-year-old Luella Jane Maria Martin is wanted for felony theft of property. And you are supposed to call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Martin. Well, there are a lot of questions that'll never be answered after firefighters in Fresno, California had to rescue a litter of puppies from underneath a building. The dogs were trapped in a space more than 8 feet under the building. One crew member had to crawl 70 feet through a concrete tunnel to retrieve some of the animals. Well, they say it's hard to tell if the dogs how they got there and also how long they had been there. Well, we are now time to get the answer to our question of the morning. We had asked you earlier today, 70% of Americans never get this done on time. And the answer, many of you guessed it, it's getting an oil change. Make sure you participate in our question of the morning every weekday on Valley News Live's Facebook page. You can go and join the conversation.
Well, this morning we are stuck with some rain and some snow out there in the Southern Valley. It's going to have an impact on your morning travel if you are headed anywhere this morning in the Southern Valley, especially along the North Dakota, South Dakota line. Freezing rain advisory until 9 a.m. Stutsman County was cleared from that because we're seeing this system moving rather quickly, and most of the precipitation has moved out of the Stutsman County area. Fargo-Moorhead, some snow showers possible. We've been seeing them off and on, but not all of this reaching the ground. It's down toward Ellendale where you see the pinks and purples that we're most concerned. And there is some snow up to the north too that may be impacting us later on today as well, where we may be getting some accumulation. Again, Ellendale and right along the North Dakota, South Dakota line for that chance for some freezing rain. Temperatures are below freezing, just a few degrees below. We'll see that rise today. 28 in Oaks, it's 27 in Fargo. And looking outside, looks like a snow shower going on right now. High temperatures in the low 40s for Fargo today.
Yeah, people need to make sure if you are going out and about, make sure you're careful on those roads as you might hit a couple slick spots.
That's for sure.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here in the Valley today. Be sure to tune back in. We'll be back in 25 minutes.